You are now listening to 103.5 Dawn FM.
Sometimes you can have anything in the world your heart desires, except the way it used to be. Less than zero.
Okay, look right into that fucking thing.
Hold on.
You got
I
it.
can do it. Hi.
You
can
didn't
go.
like my wave?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Hi, okay, welcome to Less Than Zero. It is a... I don't want to call it a podcast because podcasts are kind of... People who have podcasts suck.
Yeah.
It's a show. It happens to be released in the exact same way that podcasts are, but it's not a podcast. It's called Less Than Zero.
The
and
experience.
The experience, there we go. The Less Than Zero experience. And it is about... What's it about, Nia?
Dawn FM, the weekend's most recent album.
Okay. And I am Christian, and you're?
Nia? Are you going by your actual name?
What, are you not? Yeah, what?
Hold
You're
on.
using a pseudonym? People can see your face. People know you.
No, seriously, I was just thinking like what if my future employer looks at my name?
Just go by Hanniya. I'm not saying my full name.
But it comes up if I say Hanniya.
Not. Are you the only Hanniya?
If you type in Hanniya, I'm the person that comes up.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm Christian. This is Hanniya. Sorry. I'm Christian. This is Mike. And this is welcome to Less Than Zero. Basically what we're going to do here is, so her and I are both, I'd say arguably the top two Weeknd fans. I'd say I'm probably number one, and you're probably...
Close second.
Yeah.
Close second.
Yeah. We're just going to break down the album Dawn FM because for no reason really other than that we want to talk about it and that we enjoy it and we think sharing our thoughts on it would bring us pleasure, right?
Yeah.
Is there another reason that I'm missing out on?
Potential fame and fortune.
That
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah. We're trying to get sponsored by Boeing and
The flight organization?
yeah, the company, yeah. Also the company that makes AR-15s. I'm kidding. We'll cut that out.
What's an AR-15?
You don't know what an AR-15 is? It's like an assault rifle.
Oh.
It's like the... This is not about the weekend. Okay. So basically how we're going to do this is... So we are seeing The Weeknd in concert here in Washington, D.C. July 30th, right?
July 30th, yeah.
And we're going to every week or close to every week leading up to that put out episodes talking about the various songs on the album. So without further ado, what songs are we covering today?
Today we're covering Dawn FM, the intro, and Gasoline, the first track.
So yeah, so the first two tracks on Dawn FM, the album. Do you just want to just get into
Hop
it?
in.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna play the intro.
go for it. Oh, she's got Google Images pulled up. It's almost as if she didn't know we were going to be recording.
I think I might have X'd it out.
Oh, excellent.
No. Give me one.
Go
Give
for
me
it.
one moment.
Oh, do you have to log in and everything?
No, I don't even know where I put it.
Excellent. All right. I'm just going to sip on my OJ. Fresh squeezed. Ah, there's a fly in it. Literally, there's a fly in it. Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait till next week.
I will just sit here with a dry mouth then. We got it pulled up?
Ready?
Okay, yeah, let's go for it. So we can...
This what I do alone. I'll take my lead, I'll take my lead on this road. I need something to hold, make me believe in make believe. 'Cause after the night is it dark all alone.
You are now listening to 103.5 Dawn FM. You've been in the dark for way too long. It's time to walk into the light and accept your fate with open arms. Scared? Don't worry. We'll be there to hold your hand and guide you through this painless transition. But what's the rush? Just relax and enjoy another hour of commercial-free music on 103.5 Dawn FM. Stay tuned.
Okay, so what do you want to get into first?
I think the most important thing to cover is the fact that they're setting up the scene to show that this album or this whole experience is like them being in purgatory.
Okay.
That's what you call it, right?
Yes, I think it's pretty agreed upon that this is him entering purgatory.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a radio show.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, so for those who don't know, the concept behind Dawn FM is that it's a radio show that The Weeknd is listening to as he's transitioning from this mortal realm on Earth to the afterlife. So I would say, Dawn FM, the intro track, it's probably the only track on the album. Not that the other songs aren't great, but it's the only track on the album that I would describe as truly immersive. Like, I mean, if you listen to Dawn FM in like good headphones at like high volume, you go somewhere. Like you transcend.
Even if I listen to it in my car, I feel like I transcend.
Yeah, for sure.
There's that part that Jim Carrey says. I don't know if it's like in the background. I don't know how to describe this,
Okay.
but he says, you have 1 hour of commercial-free music, but then there's that voice in the back that says, free yourself.
Yeah,
At the same time.
Yeah,
That
yes.
sends me.
That is a little, it's weird because like it's a very peaceful sounding track. Has like the birds tweeting and like the harp, and it's in a major key. And it's very peaceful, and you're like, this is like, you could probably assume whoever's hearing this is like going to heaven. And then you hear free yourself, and it's like, yo, huh? Yo.
Yeah, it's like you're in you wake up in like a white space.
Yeah,
and
dude,
you think
yes.
it's like all good, and then you see like these white, like jail cell
Right.
type of bars happening.
Mm-hmm. White figures, and they have like pointy hats. Maybe not. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
Sorry. We can cut that out.
Are you talking about the KKK?
No, it's the other guys with the white pointy hats. The non...
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, audio, like, from a sonic perspective, it's completely immersive. It's, so the first time you and I listened to this in your car, I was like, fuck, like, now it's going to be an explicit show. I was like, fuck, like, we are in for a treat. I remember saying to you before we listened to Dawn FM, I was like, I don't know if he's going to be able to top After Hours. Like,
Yeah.
And I was really skeptical. And then when I heard Dawn FM, I was like, oh, dude, there's a chance. Like, this could be really good.
Yeah, especially after Blinding Lights, I remember.
Yeah. It's hard to top.
Yeah. But even when you hear even before we heard the album, there was like some type of snippet that he released before, and it was still really questionable.
Yeah, what was that? I don't remember.
It was just like the trailer.
The trailer, yeah. Yeah, you're right, yeah. The trailer was pretty promising to me, actually. Because I don't remember everything that was in it, but I remember it played the beat from Is There Someone Else?
Yeah.
Dude, I literally wanted to cry. I was like, huh. Like, we don't have to get into that now. We can stay on topic. But, is there anything else, like, sonic-wise?
About
the intro?
I don't think so. Explain to me major and minor key one more time.
Okay, so...
Major is happy?
Major is like a happy sound. Minor key is like typically reserved for like sad or like negative songs. So a minor key weekend song would be like Snow Child is in a minor key. It's on After Hours, not this album. Is there one on this album that's minor key? Sacrifices, I'm pretty sure. Out of Time, major key. Very happy, beautiful.
Is There Someone Else? Minor?
Is There Someone Else? I'm pretty sure it's minor. I'm not a musician or a musical expert by any stretch. I happen to work for a professional music organization, but I'm not a musician. I'm a video person. I just know kind of the basic concept of major and minor. What else? I think the birds tweeting in the beginning. Tweedling. What's the word? Tweeting? Making bird noises. Birding.
Singing.
Yeah. I think that's an important thing to note because later on in the album, I think that comes into play again.
They return, yeah.
Yeah. Way to spoil it.
I'm shocked you even brought that up. I was going to wait until the last episode.
Well, I was going to leave it at it comes into play later, but you were like, oh yeah, they come back. I don't know, I guess I said the same thing. We'll cut that out. Already cutting out like 4 things. Trying to think if there's anything else like from a sonic perspective I want to cover. Oh, let's talk about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Overall thoughts. Like, first impression when you heard him.
When I heard him, I thought it was really interesting that he was on this piece because the only thing that I've seen about him recently were all those videos of how he was like allegedly talking crazy, but it really just sounds like he was exposing the industry and how he was like awakened in a way. Mm-hmm. And then also on a personal note, I don't like Jim Carrey as a comedian.
Huh?
I never liked him. The only video I watched, or the only movie that I watched of him that I liked was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh my lord.
No, I'm dead. Have you seen that movie?
I have not, no. I know that's considered to be like one of his greater works.
Yeah. So without giving any spoilers, it's about, actually I don't even know how to describe what it's about, but it's basically this like transcendent movie where it's going over like infinite possibilities of like different realities or what it looks like to basically erase a reality.
Okay.
If you could.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's about a relationship that is being like erased in a way.
Okay.
Without getting too much into it, but because of the nature of that movie and then seeing him come back like this, I don't know, it was really refreshing.
Okay. So I take it you have not seen Ace Ventura. Okay. I think that's part of the problem here. Don't worry. I'm going to show her Ace Ventura and we'll get to the bottom of this. Have you seen The Mask?
No, I haven't. I've heard about that one.
There you go.
Oh,
okay.
No.
I would say let's watch some of his more iconic works before we say we don't like Jim Carrey, because that's no, you got to be careful with that. I mean, you can't go hating on my man James like that. Jimmy. Okay. I think he's literally perfect for his role in this album. He sounds perfect, right? I mean, he sounds perfect as creepy, transcendent radio guy. But I think who he is in real life is perfect for this as well. So in the 90s when he was huge, I mean, who's the biggest actor right now? The Rock? Would you say? Like the most famous?
Actor,
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Okay. Jim Carrey...
Wait, you think The Rock is a bigger...
Like
He's an actor? For real? I thought it was like just like the game plan and like little jokes here and there.
No, The Rock is a massive blockbuster success. He's not... Like, he was originally a wrestler, but now he's an actor. And he doesn't do, like, Oscar-winning films like Leonardo DiCaprio, in case you're confused about another Leonardo, maybe. What am I trying to say? Okay, biggest actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. Jim Carrey was the comedic Leonardo DiCaprio in the 90s. Like, any movie he was in, it was a guaranteed, like, record-breaking box office hit. And beyond that, they're just beloved. Like, Jim Carrey movies like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the sequel to that, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, I mean, they are just, like, beloved movies. So he was that guy forever. He was just funny, stupid movie guy. And then in the 2000s, like later 2000s, like around 2010, he kind of started to fizzle out and didn't appear in so many movies. And he secluded himself. And he would pop up every now and then, and he all of a sudden had like this, he shaved his head and like had a big ass like rat's nest beard. And people were like, yo, like, what happened to Jim? And whenever he would get on camera for whatever little thing, interview, he would speak very cryptically and very like, he sounded like a very enlightened person. And it turns out he had like gone through a lot of traumatic things in his life and kind of became like a more enlightened person. And if you listen to him talk now, he's like nothing like who he was in the 90s.
So he went through, to clarify, he went through a lot of traumatic stuff between the 90s and when he came back, or just in general and he was like processing?
I think both. Like I don't know his whole career, so I could be wrong, but I know he had a rough childhood. He went through some stuff when he was really hot. I think like his dad died or something. Oh, wow. And then I think when he started to fizzle out and not be in so many movies is when he started to like process that and kind of transform a little bit. And then I know later on, like into the 2010s somewhere, he had a girlfriend that passed away, which is heartbreaking, obviously. And I think that maybe I would say that obviously pushed him a little further into his like transformed state. So all that to say, I think with his like knowledge of like death and like trauma and just his relationship with that, I'd say he's like perfect for that reason, also for his role in this album.
Okay.
Sorry, I just talked for like 10 minutes straight about Jim Carrey. He's also Canadian. The Weeknd's Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was American for so long. I don't know why he doesn't come off as... Well, I guess that's not really a huge difference.
Not really, but kind of also, yeah.
Yeah. But he seems like an all-American kind of guy.
He's an American icon for sure. But,
yeah.
I mean, I think he was young when he moved to America, like in his teens. But, yeah, he... I think he's great for this. Let's talk about conceptually. How do you think it feeds into the theme of the album?
So the theme, arguably, because it's purgatory.
Yeah.
I think that we'll continue to talk about this conversation, see if it's true or not, but I do think that all 7 deadly sins are covered. I can't remember all 7 deadly sins off the top of my head, mostly because I'm not Christian.
A heathen. Go ahead.
But isn't it greed?
Greed.
Lust. Sloth, which means being lazy.
Yeah. Gluttony. Did we say that one?
Is greed and gluttony 2 different things?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Gluttony.
I don't know.
Should I look them up?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Envy,
pride, yeah.
And wrath.
Wrath, yeah. Wrath is the cool one. It's like, damn, wow.
Is that the one that you have?
Probably. Like right now. Like I feel wrath towards you for not liking Jim Carrey.
No, it's not. I don't think he's funny. Like even when you said Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
no, we can also.
Oh.
We can revisit this, but I think it's just a different.
You better be careful. You better be careful. There's a there's two pillows separating us right now.
Okay, we can revisit this conversation, but do you think that Adam Sandler is funny?
Fuck no.
Okay, well, I put them in the same...
Hold on, I'm going to peek the microphone. How fucking dare you compare Jim Carrey to fucking Adam Sandler?
They're both not funny. When I think of Dumb and Dumber, like, okay,
I'm
haha,
so
like...
sorry. Jim, I'm so sorry. I know you're watching this. I'm so sorry.
I think that your character development says a lot about you, and I hope you continue to grow.
And she thinks you're funny. Okay, so let's talk about conceptually how we think this feeds into the theme, the overall theme of the album. I'd say it's pretty blatant. It sounds like you're entering the afterlife to me. What say you?
Agreed. And it seems like not even that you're being held responsible for these like sins that might be discussed throughout the album, but it's more just like in a passing.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting. You're like almost processing everything, but I guess also, do you feel by the end of this album, and we can revisit this as well, like, do you think that person is actually passing on, or do you think that they're going to be
remain in purgatory
again? Yeah. Or cycled back into
reincarnated
this earth? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his lyrics. So would you mind pulling him up? I know one thing he says is that after the night... No, sorry, can you pull him up? I need to make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
Okay. This part I do alone. I'll take my lead on this road. Genius. We're on genius.com. I think they get lyrics wrong like a lot of times.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he says I'll take my lead in this role, but whatever. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. He says, and I need something to hold, make me believe in make-believes. I think he's saying there, I want to have faith. I think he's saying, I need something that can prove to me that there is more beyond this mortal coil and that I'm actually going to pass on into heaven. Because then he says, because after the night, not after the light, genius is wrong, after the night, is it dark all alone? I think when he says night, I think he's hearkening back to the tale of After Hours. He says, after the night, is it dark all alone? Meaning like, after I die, is it just going to be nothingness? Is there going to be anything after this? That's how I interpret that.
And I think all alone goes back to the fact that we don't have anybody else or anything, any material thing, including people.
Yeah.
When you're passing on.
Born alone, die alone.
Yeah.
As they say. I hate that. That makes me so sad.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know. I mean, well, if you die in a hospital bed surrounded by your family, are you alone? Well, yeah, I guess so, because you go on without them.
Yeah, you pass on alone.
Fuck, I'm really sad now. Damn it.
There's a lot of theory, though, that when, I mean, I don't know about theory, because it can't be tested.
Right, it's theory, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess there's a lot of theory in different theologies that, like, when you pass on, if you were to allegedly go to whatever heaven looks like in your belief system, like, you're surrounded by the people you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say you're alone for the journey there.
In between?
Yeah.
Do you think that's necessary?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do, because it gives you time to reflect on all you did on Earth. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's talking about.
Getting to, yeah.
Damn, the weekend got deep, yo.
And then immediately after, Jim Carrey's like, you are now listening to 103.5. Just kind of moving away from it.
Yeah. If I listened to, like, if I was transitioning and Dawn FM started playing, I'd be like, I'm okay with this. I can remain in some sects of Christianity think that depending on how many sins you committed determines how long you'll be in purgatory before you go to heaven. I would be okay with hanging out in purgatory for a while for my various sins if Dawn FM was playing.
Just an hour?
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, so I guess through this traditional understanding of purgatory,
Yeah.
Like, is the concept that you are in purgatory and then you either go to heaven or hell, or is the concept that you can be stuck there? Like, is there a concept that you can be stuck there forever?
I mean, I'm sure there's people that believe that. I think in Christianity, at least, the general belief is that, you hang out in purgatory. You get. I don't know if I don't think you get judged in purgatory. I think you go up to heaven, to the gates of heaven, get judged, and then determine if you're going to heaven or hell. I think purgatory. I don't know if it's necessarily a place where you just wait. I think it refers to the journey of Earth to the afterlife.
Heaven. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. I think we kind of nailed that.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. So too. I'll be honest. Like I didn't know how we were gonna do, but I think we did pretty good there.
Good.
Do you want a high five?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want to do the next track?
Yeah. Should we talk about the second half of this or no?
Oh.
We already talked about this.
Oh yeah. Sure.
For
okay.
yourself. This one. Well. Because I feel like this is the most important part.
Yeah.
We've been in the dark for way too long. It's time to walk to the light. Scared, don't worry, we'll hold your hand through this. I don't know if we even need to talk about this, actually.
I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's nothing to dig into.
You've been in the dark for way too long. I think he could be referring to the night that the weekend refers to previously. It's time to walk into the light and accept your fate with open arms. Scared, don't worry. We'll be there to hold your hand and guide you through it. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
103.5 down.
Okay, next track.
Next track. What's the next track?
Gasoline is the next track.
Gasolina? I love that. Gasolina.
Have you heard the Bridgerton version?
There's a Bridgerton version of Gasoline by The Weeknd?
No, Gasolina.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Bridgerton, and I don't really want to. Dude, my thighs are just going crazy right now. Look at that. The world just...
Yeah, they kind of are. I'm not going to lie.
Seeing my thighs.
No body shaming, but...
I know, they're bad. Well, they're very pale.
Your thighs are bad?
Yeah. Look at... Dude.
I'm not perceiving you.
They're male thighs. They're human male thighs. That's, like, bad. Automatically. Right?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. This is showing me Halsey.
I say we listen to Gasoline.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll save Halsey for our next podcast. The Halsey podcast.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It's not a podcast, though. The Halsey Experience.
The Experience.
Yeah. All right.
It's 5 a.m. my time again. I've soaken up the moon, can't sleep. It's 5 a.m. my time again. I'm calling and you know it's me. It's 5 a.m. I'm high again, and you can see that I'm in pain. I've fallen into emptiness. I want you 'cause we're both insane. I'm staring into deep. I'm dozing off to REM. I'm trying not to lose my faith. And I love it when you watch me sleep. You spin me around so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me OD. And if I finally die in peace, just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline. It don't mean much to me. It's 5 a.m. I'm nihilist. I know there's nothing after this. Obsessing over aftermaths, apocalypse and hopelessness. The only thing I understand is your sum of tenderness. Around, 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 around we go. In this game called life we are nothing. Spin me around so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me order gasoline. It don't mean much to me.
Cool.
Where do we start?
I know, where do we start? Okay. I remember when we first listened to this, we were both shocked. Like, when we first heard his voice, you and I both looked at each other like mouths agape. That was a good word.
Yeah, agape.
Vocab word. Yeah, so his voice, I think I've already bugged you about this enough. So what I think he's doing with his voice in the beginning, where it starts off kind of low. Definitely low for him. I've never heard his voice go that low.
Yeah, agree.
And it has a very, like a vague kind of British twang attached to it. And for those of you who aren't aware, who don't have ears, this album is very 80s inspired. And what he's doing with his voice there is he's hearkening back to a popular vocal style in the 80s, which was these British guys would just sing in a really low register, and then their songs got really popular, and American artists would kind of put a little British twang on their voice and sing in a low register, and it just kind of became a trademark.
Is there a song that you have in mind?
So there's a song, yeah, you know what? Perfect segue. There's a song that I think that Gasoline was directly inspired by. Do you want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me if you hear it or not.
Okay.
Where is your Spotify?
It's on this. The one that looks like a wave.
Oh.
That's why I couldn't find
Microsoft
it.
Edge. She described Microsoft Edge as the one that looks like a wave. Okay.
We need a visual.
Yeah. So here's why I think Gasoline and this song. The song is The Promise by When in Rome. I mean, quintessential 80s right here.
Is When in Rome American or British?
I don't know, actually.
Or Italian?
Good question. Let's see. I don't know. Spotify doesn't say. Start in Manchester, so I think they're British. Yeah. Sorry, I probably shouldn't check my phone on the experience. Okay, so the bass line in this song is very similar to Gasoline's. Also similar. The Weeknd starts off in a low register, and then at the chorus he gets high. That's exactly what these guys do. Tell me it's not directly inspired.
All right, let's hear it. I don't hear it.
Not yet. You were literally 1 second in, so I didn't hear it.
If you need a friend, don't look to a stranger. You know in the end, I'll always be there. And when you're in doubt, I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I promise. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to.
Okay, I'm gonna play Gasoline back
Yeah,
one more
go
time.
for it.
Just the beginning.
Yeah. Listen to the bass and the drum. It's kind of the same pattern,
Yeah.
a little sped up.
It's 5 a.m. my time again.
Yeah, I hear it now.
You do?
Okay. Yeah.
He's definitely putting an effect on his voice. It's not natural for him.
To lose my faith.
No, I hear
A
it.
little bit.
I'm gonna pause the song, or else I'll want to listen to the whole thing again.
I know, yeah. So I think it's directly inspired by, peeking the microphone, sorry everybody. I think it's directly inspired by The Promise by When in Rome. Listen to that if you haven't already. Or watch Napoleon Dynamite because it plays at the end credits. We watched Napoleon Dynamite together.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Where he put the little tater tots in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yep, classic. Okay, so where were we at? What were we talking about? I can't remember.
Just in theory, how the song works.
Okay.
Inspired by the 80s.
Yeah, okay. Here's kind of how I would describe sonically the entire album. It's 80s with like a little techno, like dance club techno mixed. Like, I don't really know how to describe it beyond that. I don't have the technical knowledge to really go into it, but that's the vibe I get. There's like some very classic synthy instrumentation throughout the whole thing. His vocals, a lot of his rhyming patterns, very 80s, but there's a lot of like dance club, kind of more techno vibes as well. What else did we think when we first listened? We were weirded out by his vocals in the beginning, as I think
100%.
I think everyone was. I remember reading on Twitter before we actually listened to it, people talking about Gasoline, like, yo, what the fuck was he doing? And that's exactly what we felt. But then when the chorus comes in and he sings in his natural register, dude, it sounds so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think the first time that we listened through it, it sounded so disturbing, or like, I think the word that you've been using lately is jarring.
Yeah,
that I think I had to go back and listen to it again before I thought that I liked it.
Yeah. Do you want to get into the lyrics of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Okay, I'll just lay out my theory for this song.
Okay.
Now, this is something I've struggled with this album. The thing I've struggled with is each song perfectly contributing to this theme of the afterlife, or sorry, not the afterlife, of purgatory and transitioning? Does each song perfectly contribute to that theme, or are some of the songs just kind of vibes? And it's not so closely tied together. I don't really know. This song, however, I think could contribute to the theme of the album. And I want to say, this could be the song where he dies.
Okay.
I think this could be the song where he dies. I mean, the song, the way I interpret it, is about him being cremated. Would you agree?
Yeah, actually.
So he's talking about, it's 5 a.m. my time again, I'm soaking up the moon, can't sleep. To me, it sounds like he's on a bender. Like he's on like a 5 a.m. bender. He's saying like, I'm pushing myself further, I'm just trying to feel my heartbeat. He's calling up some lover and he's just fucked up.
His only lifeline, it sounds like.
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
and like
yeah.
he says further in the song, I love it when you watch me sleep. Where is it? It's only safe for you and me. You spin me round so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me OD.
Dude, that is dark.
It's dark, and it sounds like at this point in time he's calling this person and they're not answering the phone, so he will simply die.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
That's what it read to me.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I love it when you watch me sleep. Yeah, it's almost like he's leaving them a voicemail. And he's just like high and just like rambling, just like, oh, I love when you watch me sleep. You know, you spin me around so I can breathe. Like, you know, I know you wouldn't let me OD. But he's fucked up right now, and it sounds like this person is not there for him. And he's going to OD. It's weird. Like, I remember first hearing that and just being like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, he's just like, I don't know. The thought of ODing is very scary to me. And the fact that he's like romanticizing it is like a little fucked up, a little jarring, if I may say.
I think that's actually a theme throughout a lot of his music. There's an older song that he had where he talks about ODing and how he says he's going to OD alone. And then there's another song, I think on After Hours, actually.
Faith?
Yeah.
If I OD...
I want you to OD right beside me, which is also one of the most impactful lyrics, I think, in his whole album. Not even
Yeah.
not even like what he's saying, but the way that it's produced.
Yeah, Shakespeare could never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
seems
so
to be a pattern.
yeah, for sure. Okay, he's also okay. You're definitely more of a Weeknd fan than I am, even though I claimed that I am at the beginning. She actually introduced me to The Weeknd in 2020, so I'm kind of a new Weeknd fan. And admittedly, this is going to lose me some street cred. I have not dug into The Weeknd's older stuff like at all, really. I know that might be blasphemous to be doing a podcast about The Weeknd, and I haven't listened to his discography, but like, I don't. From what I have heard of his older stuff, I don't think I've ever heard him getting like existential before and like philosophical.
Yeah, I would say that is an accurate statement to make.
Yeah.
I also think that it's worthy for us to note that everything that we're going to be talking about this album and everything else is not necessarily what he might be saying, but also maybe something that's cool that fans or us can speculate could be coming out of the lyrics.
Yeah.
As our own
okay.
interpretation.
Okay.
But with that, yeah, like all of his past lyrics, I wouldn't say that there's even anything that somebody could take away as being philosophical or being existential. Until maybe After Hours. And
Okay.
even then it's kind of like a slow realization.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. And I mean he's just talking, he's straight up saying, it's 5 a.m., I'm nihilist. He's talking, The Weeknd,
Yeah.
the guy who made Blinding Lights, is now discussing nihilism. Do you know? I'm sure you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know there's nothing after this. So it sounds like a guy who, yeah, he's about to die, and he is. Remember in Dawn FM, the intro, he was saying like, after the night, is it dark? Is it dark all alone?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything after this? It sounds like here he's saying like, I don't even think there is anything after this. Is there any other lyrics that stick out to you?
So again, he says, obsessing over aftermaths, apocalypse, and hopelessness.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I understand is zero sum of tenderness.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So if I were to think about this line by line, obsessing over aftermaths is the same thing that he was saying in Dawn FM.
Okay.
Where he was talking about, I don't remember the exact lyrics. Where he was talking about how, make me believe and make believe.
Yeah.
So kind of like that, obsessing over aftermaths and make me believe in make believe.
Yeah.
And then apocalypse and hopelessness is very similar to that as well. But the part where he says, the only thing I understand is zero sum of tenderness, to me that sounds like, regardless of what you do and how you treat everybody and, you know, the experience that he's having right now,
Yeah.
everything is zero. Like the zero sum of tenderness means it basically
It's meaningless.
it means nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least that's what this character and going through this song sounds like.
Yeah.
I feel.
Okay. That I
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I would
Yeah.
agree. I didn't really know what I had to look up what zero sum meant, and pairing it with tenderness. I didn't really get that, but I understand with you explaining it. Let's see. Oh, well, the chorus, of course, he says, we talked about the ODing part, and he says, and if I finally die in peace, just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline, meaning just burn it, light it up, baby, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he
And
doesn't care.
He says, it don't mean much to me. So he is at the beginning of this journey, he is a completely nihilist, doesn't put much meaning into anything, willing to die because none of it matters kind of dude. That's what I get out of this.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see how that progresses through the album because it sounds like it does change.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think that this song is on theme, but the other songs may not necessarily be on theme?
I don't know. Maybe you'll turn me on to something that I didn't quite hear beforehand. I think Dawn FM, the intro, and Gasoline, I think, contribute to the theme of the album really well.
Of passing into the afterlife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, directly.
Yeah.
Let me see if I wrote anything down that's worth talking about. Nope, talked about everything. Is there anything else you want to get into? We're only 48 minutes in.
Really?
That went by kind of quick.
I feel like we talked about... I feel like I thought it was a lot longer than it was.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I feel like we were just talking for like 2 hours almost.
Okay.
But...
So they say that time flies when you're having fun. So it flew for me. I'm having fun. I assume you're just not enjoying this at all.
No, I like
Okay.
this so far, and I think I'm getting more comfortable as we continue to talk. Like, I'm less aware of everything.
Right. Breaking the fourth wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I do think about this song, so Gasoline, for example,
Yeah.
I do think that what you explained makes sense to me, but I do think some songs, so I think it's a combination of like, from start to finish, this person is passing from this world into whatever the afterlife looks like, but also they're processing some of the emotions of the 7 deadly sins. So even if a song, I don't know how to explain this. We'll talk about it, I guess, as we listen through the album.
Okay.
But it sounds like that person is becoming enlightened, even though they're in purgatory,
Yes.
to their own actions,
you
including...
mean throughout the course of the album?
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here that they're at the rock bottom.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which for me, this is almost like gluttony, just because they
Okay.
are ODing.
Yeah, for sure.
Or greed, because...
And lust,
Yeah, and lust.
because he talks about choking the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which will come back further in the album. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. Well, because the album did just drop yesterday. It
Yeah.
hasn't been half a year or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some people might be new. Some people might be listening to it on shuffle.
Right?
Yeah.
True.
The way I almost started the album when we were listening in the car.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about that?
No.
Why not?
I was about to hit play and you said, "Is it in order?" And I said, and then we changed it.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. So we were about so Dawn FM it's an album that you listen to as an album. It's not like a hit list. It's supposed to be played sequentially. And for the very first time we were going to listen to this, she had it on shuffle.
Not on purpose.
Dude, we were about to like start off with like Sacrifice or whatever. Or dude,
Every Angel's Terrifying.
Yeah, or fucking A Tale by Quincy. Dude, imagine starting off with A Tale by Quincy.
I would keep listening.
Can we talk about your thing with Every Angel is Terrifying?
Yeah. So before we listened to the album, I think that we started the album 2 days after it was released, just because we wanted to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, yes. So the album dropped, and her and I said, we're going to wait until we can listen to it together in person before we listen to it. But I was like, okay, let's each give each other one song. Randomly pick a song. You can listen to that song to hold you over until we can listen to the whole thing together. Mm-hmm. I picked Sacrifice, which happened to be a banger, a knee slapper, if I don't say. Mm-hmm. And what you picked a good one too. What'd you pick?
I picked Every Angel is Terrifying, which sounds great by name if you were to read through the track list.
Yeah, you
I
fell
thought
for
it
the
was
trap.
going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it was definitely its own moment, which we can talk about when we get there in the album. But I was extremely jarred, to say the least.
Oh, that's what the trailer starts off with. Whoops, sorry, I just spit everywhere. This is in 4K. I know they just picked up every single particle of that. The beginning of the trailer. So I think the trailer for this album is awesome. The trailer starts off with the beginning of Every Angel is Terrifying. And I remember watching that and being like, fuck, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And you picked that track and you were probably like, oh, fuck, here it is. And then...
then I was in for a surprise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it all worked out in the end.
Yeah. So that being said, I was so shocked. Like, going into listening to the album, I really had no idea what I was about to be listening to, just because it was such an obscure track to be
You
to
got
be tasting.
You got thrown for a bit of a loop there.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. But overall, I think it was worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Is there anything else we need to get into?
I don't think so. So wait, before we... So after Gasoline is... How do I make you laugh?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no good transition between that, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so we don't really have to discuss that. Is there anything else that you want to...
Okay, let's plug our pages, right? Wait.
We have to make them.
Wait. Oh.
Should I make them right now and then we plug
Don't
it?
make them while we're recording. Okay. Okay. As you're watching this right now, you're going to see, like, right here, okay? I'm going to type out our social handles.
Watch us on YouTube, Less Than Zero FM, Instagram and Twitter, at Less Than Zero FM. Rate and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Bitch.
Okay? Follow all of those, okay? If you're a Weekend fan, if you're EXO till... What's the saying?
EXO till I OD.
Fuck yeah. If you're EXO till you OD, then you'll follow all of these handles right here, okay? And that's real shit. Like, The Weeknd would agree.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, comment down below your thoughts on Dawn FM, the intro song, and Gasoline. Yeah.
And any thoughts you might have on our speculations or the theme.
Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Is there something we just completely missed?
Is there something you're angered about or that you feel that we should be canceled over?
Are you angry about my thighs? I would be. I would be, for sure. Are you
Yeah.
Are you angry about Hanniya's velour jumpsuit? I would be as well. So you can tell us all that in the comments or whatever.
Should we have an outro?
Um,
We're gonna make a comeback?
what?
We're gonna
Oh. Yeah. We'll make that the outro. Just
Okay.
decide that on the spot. Okay. Bye.
Check me out. I'm going to make a serious comeback.
Great! Less than zero.